Hello, in this video we are going to do the data cleaning on Excel. Why do we need or why is it important to clean data? Then we will look at how to remove blank rows, cells and duplicate values. Also, use some text functions to format the data. How can we remove the duplicates in these data? So this is going to be the first part of data cleaning. So as I said, why it is so important to work with a clean data set. When we clean the data, it will be easier to react, to read and also to interpret. It will give consistency in the data. It will also help us to get the results in accurate manner and also help us to make better decisions. So let's begin with the cleaning procedure. Primarily, as you can see, this data needs cleaning. It looks messy. So what is going to do with this data? In the first look itself, it shows that incomplete in the data to read. When we look at to read a particular value from a particular column, some of the values are complete and some of the values are incomplete to view or incomplete to read. Like this product, I don't know what is the column header itself. It's product line, but we can see till product. And under this, it says that the value is motorcycles, but we can see only motorcycle, CL, till CL. So like this, the data is incomplete to read or to view. So let's begin with the cleaning on this. How can we clean this? Either we can clean this in two methods. Either using the wrap text or the other method. If you are doing with the wrap text procedure, this one, it will take so much time to wrap each cell values of each columns. Right. So this is going to be a complex task for us to clean the data or to view a particular column values completely to read or to view. So I'm not going to choose the wrap text format to view or to read a particular cell value in this data. So what is the another method? For that, you have to click on the column header or the column name, not header, column name A. And when you get the single arrow cursor, simple, just click on the left button of your mouse and drag it to the right towards the end of the data table, like this. Yes. When you selected the data or the column of this particular data, just move your cursor on a margin of any of the column like this. And when you get the plus symbol on the cursor button, just double click on it. See what happened now. So as you can see that the width of each column is increased. The increasing in what manner? It increased the width in such a way that if we look at on a particular column, let's say address line 1, you can see that each row occupies different spaces. The first row needs only this much of space to read that particular data. But what about the third cell value? It is not enough to read this value completely. So what happened when I double click on the procedure what I did just before? It increased the width of each column in such a way that which of the cell value of a particular column is occupied with large space, then it took that much space or that much width to that particular column. So as you can see that this particular cell value of address line occupies much or more space than any of other, right? So it took that much space to occupy this particular column. If you do not like this much of space in this particular data set, you can minimize the width as per your wish. For this current situation, I am not going to change the width because I love this much of space to occupy or to view the data completely. So I remain this data in this manner itself. Okay, so this is the first procedure of data cleaning. So what is the next one? So when you look at on this data, there is so many empty rows in between, right? And when I click on a particular cell like this, and when I click on the button Control A, so why we are using Control A? We are using the button Control A to select the whole data. But in this particular data, when I click on Control A, it will not select the whole data in this particular data or in this particular table or in this particular sheet. Why? So now I just put my cursor on a particular cell and I clicked on Control A. See what happened? It selected only the cells from an empty row till an empty row, right? So this is what happens when we click on Control A if that particular data container comprised with empty rows or empty column. Okay, so secondly, we are going to remove these kind of empty rows. For that, what we have to do is we have to select the whole data as we did just before to increase the width of each column. And from the home button itself, you can see there is a menu like Find and Select. Click on it and click on Go to Special. When you click on Go to Special, a dialog box will appear. It will ask for what do you have to do. So for this current situation, I want to remove the blank rows, right? So I'm choosing the blanks and I click OK. So what happened is it highlighted the rows which is empty. Okay, now it will be easier for the Excel to remove this empty rows. For that, removing this empty rows or cell, what we have to do? So again, go to the Home tab and you will get a cell option right here, and from the cell option you have to select the Delete menu. And here we know that this data container occupies with empty rows, so we have to delete the rows which is already highlighted using the find and select go to special option. So I clicked on delete sheet rows. See, now what happened is it deleted all the highlighted rows, and the rows which are highlighted is the empty rows. So now we got a clear data, and if we put our cursor on a particular cell and when we click on Ctrl A, the whole data will be selected. So our objective is met now, to select the whole data, right? So this is how we can remove the empty rows or cells or columns like this. And now look at on the header part. It occupies with fill option, right? And I don't want this much of fill option on these column headers. Then what we have to do is, again you have to select the whole data and go to home menu, and you have to select the clear option from the editing tools. Clear formats. So when I clicked on clear format, it deleted all the formats that we applied in this particular table. So it deleted the format that I have used in the column headers like this. If you wish to remain that highlighting in the column headers, you can do it. Okay. So this is the second thing. How can we remove the blank row cells like this? Next, how can we remove the duplicate values? For that, again you have to select the whole data and under the data menu you will have an option like remove duplicates. So click on remove duplicates, and I want to remove the all duplicate values in the all columns. So I just selected the whole columns and I click OK. So yes, you can see that 340 duplicate values found and removed, 251 unique values remain. Just I click OK, and now it's there. So all the duplicate values have removed now, and now the data is consistent, right? So this is the third one in the cleaning process.